Welcome to 5 Minutes Uncut. I'm Delvin Sadler.
And Knowledge Base, KT.
Straight up. The last show was a kind of spiritual show, and the people I watch the show and people calling in and saying stuff about the show. So we're gonna deal with that first knowledge base. We have to answer this specific one, and people wants to know, what about what's the man called?
Lazarus.
Lazarus was risen from the dead by Jesus Christ. So he died and he was resurrected. So the people wants to know what's the standing of Lazarus because he died twice.
You mean the status?
The status.
Well, Lazarus is a man, so as such, Lazarus died again.
He died again. Did he receive everlasting life when he was resurrected?
No, his resurrection was just an example, so that people have some form of hope that,
They're gonna come back.
there is a possibility for the dead to live again.
To live again.
Yeah.
So, but he never received everlasting life at that point, did
No,
he?
because he's a man.
He was a man.
Mm-hmm.
So when a man die and then he is then resurrected, does he resurrected to die again, or does he die resurrected to have everlasting life for the second time?
Well, according to, it is not clear, to be honest.
Or is it because the world was not purged, so therefore he had to die again?
Again?
So the next resurrection, you'll be purged, the world will be purged, so when you're resurrected, you live forever.
No. Again, that was not articulated in the scriptures.
In the scriptures.
So I cannot.
You have to sit on the fence.
Say, I'm not on any fence.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what I know and what I don't.
Tell the fans.
I don't know if Lazarus, I don't know his current status.
Yes.
I believe he's
But
dead.
he will be judged.
Again.
He will be judged.
Yes. Yeah, but I guess what you could look at it is that Jesus was the one who actually raised Lazarus. It wasn't the Father himself. So
Oh.
it is what it is.
Okay, we're gonna leave it right there. So today, let's get into today's show. And what we want to talk about here today is all gonna be about the police force. And we are supporters of the police. Knowledge base, you're a supporter of the police? Okay, I am a supporter of the police. Alright, I want to make it be known I do not have a badge nor a gun. So therefore, I must support the police. So what goes on in the police force really and truly affects all of us. And I am concerned with it. So let's talk about the first issue. The first issue we're going to deal with the police is in North America here, okay, specifically here in Toronto. A few things has developed, and what we want to talk about today is the police vehicle. So what the police did was they redesigned their vehicles, and they came up with this vehicle that is a stealth car, meaning you can't notice it unless you get close to it. So the police can actually pick you up from afar or follow you from a distance and you don't know. So what the public, there was an uproar in the public, and so the police force redesigned the car. However, it's the same car except for the driver's door and the passenger front doors that they changed to white. Same exact vehicle. So knowledge base, this is my question to you. Are they trying to militarize the police force in North America?
What do you mean by militarize?
Well, if it's more and more looking like an army.
But the police is a paramilitary service.
Oh, it's a paramilitary service.
Yeah, it's a paramilitary service. You guys know that.
So shouldn't the police be visible in the eyes of the public, considering they're serving and protecting, than to be a camouflage element?
What it is that in some cultures, the history of the police is not to serve, nor to protect, nor to reassure. The police historically in North America, particularly the US and the Caribbean, was a way to combat the black population when after slavery. Don't me. It is the truth.
Okay,
You don't have to hide from it.
go ahead, knowledge.
That's what the police force was put in place, especially in the Caribbean. I can speak.
Okay, knowledge.
Hold on, let me finish.
Hold on. No,
Hold on.
I'm the moderator here. We're gonna deal with it from a Caribbean perspective in the next question that I have. So I just want you to limit your answer to what I ask you.
No. But I have to give you background and I have to frame my question.
Alright, go ahead.
I appreciate what you're saying. If you're going to repeat, we have to repeat. But if I'm going to answer the question completely, then I have to give a complete answer.
Alright, go ahead, knowledge.
What I'm saying is that the police force on a whole, the way it was designed, it is not designed with people in mind, but an enforcement organization to get certain members of the public off the street and behind bars, and in some cases working in chain gang. As it relates to the stealth cars, the police is definitely moving in a direction where they are militarized. You can even see it in their action, the way they interface with people. It is not working with the community now. It's basically, I make the laws, I'm a judge, jury, executioner. When they believe that you're in a simple little, traffic violation, they act like you're a capital murder suspect. The police need to work with the community. The police need to get back to the time when there was a cat stuck in the tree and the police and the fireman came to help the little old lady get her cat from the street. I know the city is dangerous, but what you need to do is to get to know the people in the community, and the people would then respect you and treat you with the utmost respect that you desire, so you don't have to be so pompous. How do you see it?
Alright, this. You cannot go around labeling people. I support the police.
I do too.
I don't support the stealth car.
Oh, okay.
I want to make it be known because I don't see anything wrong with the design that they had, which was quite visibly. In fact, in a dark night, you see what I mean? You see this black car, full jet black behind you, because that's how it looks at night. You know what I mean? If there's not enough lighting. You know what I mean? People are probably older people, a old lady or woman, probably scared to stop for a vehicle like this. Or wondering why is this vehicle trailing them and all of these things. So I can understand the negative impact of it. However, is it necessary to have a car like this? I don't think so. So they redesigned the car, but if you redesign the car with minimal changes, I don't think that is sufficient enough for public viewpoint to warrant the changes that they make. So I say to the chief and all, the mayor and everybody else, go back and redesign the cars and make it more visible. And if you can't come up with something that pleases the public, go back to the original.
And why do they even need a car? No, seriously. You're supposed to be on foot or on a bike in the community, going from door to door, saying hi to the neighbors.
But you must admit you have seen a lot of those in the last 4 or 5 years.
Yes.
So they're changing with the times, and right now they have redesigned the model of the police force, so we have to see what the outcome of that is. But as far as the car is concerned, I'm not for it, but I'm 100% for the police. Work with the police, citizens, and police work with the citizens. And citizens treat the police with respect, and police, you always to treat the citizens with outright respect. You agree with that knowledge base?
I believe that all human beings need to treat each other with respect.
Even better.
Yeah, so it's not about police or non-police. We're human beings first,
Yes.
right? So sharing is caring, and the way you treat people, that's the way people will treat you, and that goes for the layman on the road and the police that walk the street.
All right. Let's make the police and our society better for all. On to the next question. All right, knowledge base, we're back. And as we stated, this show is all about the police. So, we've dealt with policing on the North American side, which is in Canada here. Now, we're going to deal with it in Jamaica. And recently, I went to Jamaica on vacation. Yes, my wife and I, we went to Jamaica.
The police beat you down there?
No, they did not beat me, but I was not pleased with what I saw.
Really?
From the police.
Oh my God.
Force
Really?
there. No, I wasn't really pleased.
So you pleased with the police force here?
And let me tell you what I don't like that I saw there.
Yeah.
And this has been going on for a long time, but going back and see it, you know, especially in the tourist area, or, you know, or in the downtown area, you see it everywhere now in Jamaica. It's, you see the police with guns that you see in army. It's like you see them with M16. Not only that, they're flanked by soldiers that carries high-power long rifles. It's as if you're seeing an army. So my question to you, knowledge base, with all this firepower that they have patrolling on the streets, has the Jamaican Police Constabulary Force and its government declared war on its citizens?
No.
They haven't?
No.
Okay.
And you have to be careful what you're saying.
It's a question I'm posing to you, knowledge base.
No, this is not a question.
It's a question I'm posing to you.
Outside of police, there's also Brand Jamaica. We need to support Brand Jamaica in all aspects. And Jamaica is a very safe place to go and very good place to go on vacation. With that said, to talk about your question, there's an underbelly in the country. There are men out there that have ill intent for the citizenry in Jamaica. And these men are parts of gangs who have high-powered rifles. So as such, the police need to arm themselves accordingly. With that said, your question about war with its citizens, the police are there in Jamaica to protect the citizens of Jamaica. Vis-a-vis, if it is a case that there are terrorists, and I will use that term loosely to describe these criminal elements that are plaguing people in the Jamaican society, that's the last line of defense between the regular citizenry in Jamaica and the police. Yes, those long guns look intimidating. I must admit that. Yeah. It looks intimidating, but it's required at this stage in our career for us to stem this monster, which is called crime, that plague our island nation. Jamaica is a blessed nation, and this too will pass.
You know, knowledge base.
Yes.
I remember 1995, okay?
Yeah, what about it?
That's the first time I had gotten married.
Okay.
Yeah, I was previously married.
Oh yes, interesting.
And I actually went to Jamaica for my, what do you call it?
Honeymoon.
Honeymoon. And I remember I went to visit my family out there in Shooters Hill, Bull Bay.
Bull Bay Shooters Hill?
Yes. And on my way back from visiting my family, you know what I mean? My wife, ex-wife and I at the time, We stopped downtown. They had a craft store that sells souvenirs and stuff like that.
Yes.
I don't remember that street car, if it's Port Royal Street or whatever, downtown.
Downtown Kingston, yeah.
So anyways, we stopped and my wife at the time went inside to purchase some souvenir. And I stood outside at the car because I was illegally parked.
Illegally or illegal?
Illegally parked.
Illegally, okay.
Right.
So why don't you stress that?
Yeah, I was illegally parked.
Oh, okay.
So I stood there beside the car all by myself. All of a sudden I noticed this Jeep rushing towards me. I saw one of the cops bailed out from one side with an M16 and pull his M16 and pull his 9mm at the same time, and the driver came and blocked in front of me, pointed M16 to my chest, and I stood there and his hands were right at the trigger, and I said to him, "What did I do to you? What did I do to you?" And then same time the other one comes around, and when he came around, the same one in the vehicle, the driver that pointed the 16 at me, he looked at me straight in the eye, and I said to you, "You're not gonna kill me today because I did you nothing." And the other one came around and he put the 16 under my shirt, lifted up. The 16 could have gone off. He lifted up. And I said to them, "What is the issue here?" He says, "You're running into your car." So I said, "How am I running into the car and I'm standing right here? Am I running? I'm not running." So I said, "What if I'm even running? I mean, or what if somebody is running? What, your job is to kill them or shoot them or whatever?" And that's a long time ago.
So what is your point?
This is my point.
Yes.
For a small little thing like that I didn't do anything.
All right,
this
let me cut you
M16 now could put you in a position where you feel like everybody you can shoot and kill. Cut me off.
Because that's bullshit what you say. Police everywhere stay the same way. I can cite they're aggressive human beings that will kill you for nothing.
So when the police stop you here for a ticket knowledge base.
Listen, I'm going to give you an example.
You never see a police with an M16?
I'm going to give you a personal example. You gave a personal example?
Yes.
My nephew died a few years ago. I think it was probably 5-6 years ago. And I was on vacation in Jamaica.
Okay.
And it was beautiful. Hold on.
Yeah.
And I had to cut my vacation short and I went to Brooklyn, New York.
Yes.
Yes. And whilst there, I had to get some cash because we needed money and whatever. So I went to a bank machine in Brooklyn, New York. That's in the United States. And I illegally parked again. It's a legal park story at a bus stop. But this time I left my nephew in the car and I said, "Nephew, if there's a ticket person, just move the car." So whilst at the bank machine, I noticed that somebody's writing a ticket to the car. So I said, "Oh, how could he leave the car?" So I run out to move the car. The man back his Glock pistol on me and I heard it crank in my face. Yeah. And I'm like this.
Yeah, that's exactly what
to be honest with you, I peed my pants. I'm not gonna go around it.
Yeah, piss up yourself.
Yes, a little bit came at my penis and I stopped it.
Oh,
and I'm like, "Why are you gonna kill me?" And he took the ticket and slapped it in my chest and walked away.
Okay.
These cops, they'll kill you for nothing.
They'll kill you for nothing, eh?
Yeah, they only see one color.
But what I'm saying to you,
they see the black male, regardless if you're in Jamaica, Brooklyn, Canada, is a threat.
To kill us.
Yeah.
So what I want to know is this, knowledge base. Why is it that we don't see M16s here, which has a bigger population, more crime, in a larger landmass space? So why is it that it has to be in a small place like that?
Because how do I say this? There are illegal imports of high-powered rifles that have been put in Jamaica. Bear in mind that Jamaica do not manufacture any form of guns.
Right.
All these guns come from somewhere else.
Most of them are.
And they're in the hands of illegal people. It help to facilitate the drug trade, because Jamaica is in a strategic point of the Western world. We're smack in the middle of North and South America, so it's a transshipment port, and because of the ruggedness of our borders, it's easy to bring drugs in from the south or any contraband that you have and put it into the country. So it's not a Jamaican problem.
Yeah.
It's a problem that we have from the north and the south with respect to drugs and contrabands, and they need high-powered weaponry to protect these illicit activities.
And I went to Vincent.
Again, they are not in a strategic point in the Caribbean. They don't have a contraband problem in their country.
Okay.
And also there is some geopolitical things that we can't get into that has caused Jamaica to go down this road where it became a gun and gang culture. We'd have to talk about that on a different segment on 5 Minutes Uncut. But to answer your question about the high-powered rifle there in Jamaica versus here, the population here in Canada, we have strict gun control laws. We have people with long rifles, but there's the economic conditions that are placed in Canada does not allow
the regulations to even get them.
Not outside of the regulation. There's an economic problem with respect to criminality. And this criminality has morphed, and I'm speaking about Jamaica here, morphed into people being very aggressive. And the government as well, and by extension the police, has been emasculated. They can't defend their own country. So that's the corruption or the pus that you see seeping out, the mucus that you see seeping out of the underbelly of Jamaica. And as such, they have to have high-powered rifles.
But what I'm saying to you is that they could have special squads that deal with this element. Every police car you see, this police has that.
No, I don't want to cite examples.
Is that bad?
It is really bad when it comes to...
It's knowledge-based.
There's a situation... Yeah, so what I was saying is that cowboy... They had on a raincoat, and he realized that this gang of men that he thought were police because of their high-powered weaponry.
Yeah.
We're talking about 15 men strong.
Yeah.
A police unit of around 5. 15 men with high-powered rifle challenged these police and had them pinned down in the market for about 5.5 hours.
Yeah?
Yeah. So this is not a made-up thing. There are people on the streets there, particularly in Kingston and Spanish Town, that have high-powered weapons.
So when you put the weapon in police hands like this now, I mean, the citizens,
Well, I would rather it be in the police hand than in the regular citizen, because the police are trained to use the weapons.
But it's scary though.
It's not scary.
It's scary to me still.
That's to you, but you know, what you should look at it is that they're there to protect you.
Hopefully they don't shoot me.
But one thing I can tell you is that in Jamaica, we have not had any incident of a tourist being shot, stabbed, or missing in Jamaica.
Yeah.
It's a very safe place.
In the tourist area.
In the tourist area. But notwithstanding, a tourist's life is not more valid than a Jamaican citizen's life. So that's not what I'm saying.
It's just respect from the security force and from the criminal element.
Yes.
They don't target tourists.
Yes. Like there's a gentleman going around with what was his name? I can't remember. But he wore his M16 like a medallion.
Wow.
In the middle broad daylight.
Alright, knowledge base. We're just going to wrap up the show. So on to the wrap up, please. Yes, knowledge base. So we're going to wrap up the show. What do you think about today's show talking about the police?
Well, it was very police-y. It's a different type of police show. Yeah.
Yeah, but you do respect the police force.
I have no issues with the police.
Yes.
The police force is there. There's a lot of corruption in the police force, but there's a lot of corruption in society.
Yeah.
And the police is there to keep law and order.
And the people should call the police if they need the help of the police.
And they're paying the police, so
Right.
wouldn't they call?
So they should. And don't, if you see something also, what they should do?
They should call 911.
Yeah. This informer thing that you hear, don't inform, no.
Don't snitch.
Call the police.
Don't snitch.
Call the police. Call the police. Do not let things go. Call the police. So what do you want to say to the fans?
Well, you should like, subscribe, share this video.
Call the police.
And call the police. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
So knowledge base, it was a great show. So what I tell the people, until next week, peace out.